Well, ran into an issue with the rat rod after I got it back on the road. Now it doesn't want to run correctly. So we got a bad miss on cylinder number 2, but the plug wire has been pulled back, which I'm sure I did that. If you pull your plug wire back, sometimes it'll make one that doesn't want to fire when it doesn't want to. So apparently I've been running it like that for a long time, and it's pulled back on both ends, and it's done burn up the distributor cap. But before I mess with tuning, I'm gonna pull all the plugs and do a compression test just to make sure of what's going on, you know, that it's just something, which I know this thing uses oil, it's very worn, needs to be rebuilt, but you know, that ain't happening right now. So we're going to pull these plugs out, get a look at them. Nice and caked in oil. NGKs. I put new plugs in it once upon a time. Well, that doesn't look too bad. Here's our problem one. And very oily. Has been filed back. The others have not, indicating that I've had a lot of trouble out of this one. I've done every trick I can to make it fire better, and it's still not firing right now, so I'm hoping we don't have a major issue. Because I really ain't trying to change the engine right now. But, well, things not looking real good. Wow, that one looks like it's really worn out, and I replaced these. Oh, that's not that war, it's just that much buildup. So those need a lot of cleaning, and then, but first, alright, first thing we want to do, make sure it's in neutral. Now, we're just going to start with one because, you know, do them in order. Oh man, I may have to go find a new sealing ring for that. Let's see. New O-ring. I've got some somewhere, but let's see if it does anything. If it doesn't get anything, I'll know that the thing's not sealing. This compression gauge is probably at least 30 years old. Minimum of 20. Alright. We're going to unplug that. And we need something to cross it with. Got a bar right in here. Wow, 180. That's really good. It's more than I was expecting out of this thing. Let's just hope number 2 looks that good, or anything close to it. Alright, let's see what number 2 does. Also 180. So, compression that good. Why does this thing use so much oil? I've redid the top end. The whole head's been redone. The new valve seals and all that good stuff. probably put a set of rings and bearings in it and be good. All right, number 3. What happened? Also at 180. Number 4 now. Also, 170. Close enough. Okay, now to go clean these plugs up. Now I still have them in order here. So I already showed y'all number 1, very oily. Number 2, see how I filed that center electrode back, or the side electrode back to the center of the lower one. That's an old hot rodder's trick. Kind of makes it like the split fire plugs. I don't even know if those are still a thing. That one looks like it's been burning pretty good. Lots of deposits, you know. And then number 4 looks terrible. It's like, I don't know, it's just like caked in crud. But it does appear to be firing. Number 1 actually looks the worst, and it seemed to have been firing. Maybe I'm on the wrong one. Number 1 actually looks like it's worse than the others, so maybe it's the one that was misfiring. I don't know. But I'm gonna clean these up and put them back in there, and also replace the distributor cap. Alright, cleaned up the plugs, but I'm gonna go ahead and swap out this distributor cap and this one plug wire. So the plug wire for number 2, see, these are in order over here. So this is one of those reusable zip ties here. That off for now. Okay, so for number 2, for some reason, I had it pulled back here and here to make it jump. Like I said, that will sometimes make them fire when they're not wanting to. But at this point, this one has done rusted up inside there so bad that it's probably not going to fire at all. And also, alright, that was 2. So we got 1. See, these things turn counterclockwise if I'm mistaken. 1, 4. No, that's 1. 1, 4, 3, 2. Yeah, that would be right. Okay, so what I'm going to do, take my, see if this is the right length. Found a used plug wire that probably is not going to reach. So yeah, we're going to have to try that again. So anyways, we'll leave that off. I'll have to find another plug wire. So 1 is down here. Alright. So what we want to do is this turns a certain way, so the notch turns to the front. This notch here turns to the front. So we want to just stick that on there. Let's see. Yeah, that looks fine. Stick that on there. And this is a used distributor cap off a different project. I don't have time to go to town after one right now, so that's what it's getting. And we'll just take these and switch them one at a time. last one, of course, we'll go in the last remaining hole, which is where this one was. See, we've done burn up the top of the cap. I cleaned that with a screwdriver the other day. Got it to fire enough to drive it a little bit, but then it just got worse. Yeah, pretty bad in there too. So, all right, well, I'll put this back on the other engine, and let's see. I gotta put the plugs back in and get all the wires back on and see if it runs any better. All right, found another plug wire. So let's go ahead and stick that in there. Good compression. There's no reason it shouldn't fire on all of them, even without it pulled back like that. So now we'll retrieve our plugs from my pocket here and screw or something with them. Okay, so I'll show you what they look like after I got them cleaned up. So they still not brand new, but hopefully it will run right now. So let's go ahead and gap them. And I always got my gap gauge. I'm trying to remember. I think these do like 44 thousandths. See if that's what they look like. Let's see. Yeah, that one's only at like 35. So to open them up a little bit. There we go, there's 44. And I numbered them, so that's number 4. Yep, that one's at 35. We're going to open them up just a little bit. 44. Now I'm sort of guessing at that, but for some reason that seems to be what I think they're supposed to be. I know they're not supposed to be 35. That one's almost 40. That one's been filed back some too. Yeah, that's number 2. Okay. So I'm going to put them back in the same holes. Don't know if that really makes a difference or not, but that's something I just usually try to do. I know a lot of people would probably just throw some new ones in there, but well, these aren't worn out. They're just dirty from all the oil this thing burns. Maybe one day I'll fix my engine. Not today, though. Let's get all started. Down. I'm intentionally letting that kick around because I don't want to over tighten. Should check them by hand though. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Now, let's see. Now our plugs are in this holder in order, so all I got to do is put them back on and align that they're in. Okay. Now let's see if she runs any better. Oh. Probably run better if I put the coil wire back on. There we go. Alright, let's try that again. Oh yeah, that sounds better. Alright, now I got a belt squeaking. That's for my engine driven air compressor. I'm going to put a little oil in it, and yeah, the belt needs to be tightened up a little bit. So put a little tension on that, put a little oil down it. It gets oil from the motor, but well, at least that wasn't a catastrophe. So still got to see what I can do with this carburetor, get it working right. But, there's that anyway. Well, got the truck running better. Time to put her to work. Pumping up the tires on this big tractor. Alright, hold on. Hey, hold on. No, but I can. It's hard to. That's why I did this though. Move the thing. And now, this just hinges right up. Now you can hook that up. Whoa! Gotta get him all the way in there. I believe you got it. Okay. Yeah, that was the whole point. How you like the cover? Is that one getting anywhere?
I believe it is.
Yeah, that's not just honeysuckle, that's poison ivy, ain't it? Yep. That fuzzy stuff. I ain't gonna grab a hope for that. So, anyway, while he's airing the tire up, y'all take a look at this thing. So this big round, well, it's oblong, whatever, tank, that's the propane tank. You fill it on the other side. And then I believe that's a pressure regulator. See, here's your propane line. And this feeds this dry carburetor. It's made specially to run off of propane. It's a 6-cylinder. It's got 3 individual heads. How many horsepower is it supposed to be?
97 horsepower.
97 horsepower, factory tractor.
From 1969.
Unfortunately, we don't have the propane tank, but about need a new line. Your line's pretty rusty there. It's a hydraulic line ran back here. And then right here, is where you'd hook your grill tank. Now, it'll only run about, what, an hour on a grill tank?
It'll run 4 or 5 hours off of one of them little tanks.
Oh.
Push off with it.
Okay, well that's pretty good. You know, your little regular propane tank like you put on your gas grill, it run 4 hours or more. That's actually pretty good. Because I don't know how much that tank holds, but it's got to be at least 3-4 times what one of those little tanks will hold. Of course, that's intended to run it for days. Yeah, I don't think this tire or the other back tire has much chance. Inflated, these things are like 5 feet tall. But yeah, they're both pretty sad shape today. We done tried this one and I don't believe it was going nowhere. So, but anyway, that's how you put your mini truck to work. And this is my new bed floor. This is cedar. I've got it covered up for now. I ain't pulling that off, but it's got this handy dandy hinge system so that I can get to my airline fitting underneath. Also, that'll make it easier to flip this up and clean detail and stuff like that. So I see now I need some kind of a prop for it though, because standing here holding it, that kind of sucks. So yeah, I'll be working on that soon. And you got automatic mosquito repellent, you know, built in. But yeah, carburetor is wide open, no choke on it now. That's what I had to do before. I had to have the choke partially closed for it to run. Let's check on the fuel pump. I did notice it dripping a little earlier. I don't see anything right now. It was dripping right down here. Now that's just grease. So, didn't burn gas. Well, looks like we're trying the back ones again. Did you get that other front one?
Yeah.
Did you try the other back one yet? Trying this one again first. Okay, let me go back, show y'all one more thing on the truck. The reason she's running is my engine-driven compressor right here, which is a 280Z air conditioning pump. There we go, now y'all can see. And it bolts right to the block with the factory AC brackets from the 280Z. And yeah, this is great air supply. It keeps up better than any electric stuff I've tried, so. And your intake comes up here to the breather on the carburetor and also pulls from the PVC valve. So it gets a little oil from that. And then this is a hydraulic line ran to the back, which comes out right there and goes into the frame, which is the air tank in this truck. That's why I've got the fitting back here. That is, you know, my airline fitting comes straight out of the frame. That side, there's an electric compressor that's hooked to the tank as well. It's disabled currently, so I've just kept that for a backup because it does work, but it's incredibly slow. I don't know how many gallons capacity this tank is because it's the whole back of the frame from the right behind the cab. The whole back end of the frame is the air tank, and so I have no idea its capacity. On this side, you can see my airline going into the cab and the pressure switch, which of course kicks the clutch in on the air conditioning pump up front. So anyway, just out here trying to pump up some monster tires with it. Not too successfully, but well, that's the way it goes sometimes. Oh yeah, over here you can get a better look at this thing. Look at that. Ain't that crazy? Look, you can see right through. It's 3 individual heads. 2 cylinders per head. And over here you can see, of course, it's just got a regular ignition system. Your coil, your distributor. I believe it's a points distributor. This is a hydraulic pump. But when this thing fires up, it shoots that pop bottle about, 10-15 feet in the air. That big son of a bitch is heavy. Okay, well, I'm gonna call that good for now. That's gonna be the end of this video. Just wanted to show y'all a little tinkering with the rat rod and some of you know, how you put one to work when it's got the air fittings and a little other stuff I'm doing today. And so do look for, I'm going to be doing some dragging coverage, you know, the cruising and all, probably some show coverage too. I don't know what they're all do, pics or vids. I'll try a little of both. Hope to make that interesting. So yeah, y'all look for that, check it out. Like and subscribe if you would. That'd be nice. So I can do more of this goofy stuff, I guess. So that's it for now. Later.